Hey everybody, it's Joan Zodianz again, and woo, I'm getting through these videos. I'm getting a little tired. And so we're gonna jump right into Sagittarius, girl. That is my primary zodiac sign, my sun sign, which is on the cusp of Scorpio. And if you don't know, well, let's get into it. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. And mutable fire signs are out there. And I can say we now because we're talking about us. When we're young, we can be very wild. We can be very out there. We can be very rude as we mature, and you know that. And Sagittarians can be very vocal about everything and anything because they got what is it they say, like hoof in the mouth or foot in the mouth or whatever disease, because we just tend to just say everything without no filter. We don't think about consequences. We just go out and we say it. As we get older, then if other people tell you, then you're kind of like, okay, I gotta correct myself or whatever, but it never really goes away. Being open and honest about everything is a Sagittarius trait. Like, we just need to, like, bows and arrows shooting this way and that way. We just, if you're gonna ask our opinion, it's gonna fly out there. Like that 300 movie where all the arrows come out. It's kind of like that. And if it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Then we move on. We move on and do it somewhere else. So if you're in a relationship with a Sagittarius girl, one thing that you have to know is commitment does not go hand in hand with this sign. Not at first. And the reason for that is because Sagittarians can be very picky about who they want to spend their time with, even though it doesn't seem that way. They can put people in different categories, like, okay, we're just friends here, or okay, this person's just a booty call. Like, they are very carefree and free-spirited and a very independent sign. So I won't say that Sagittarians are loose in any way, but Sagittarians keep an open mind about a lot of different relationships. And because of that, they can, even if they only had, like, they can count only 5 people in their hand, people are still going to think of them as, like, oh, they're, this or that, or they're a hoe, or they're a slut or something, because they're just so open about relationships and different types of relationships. They can be very accepting of that. Now, when it comes to a committed relationship, it can take a lot for them to want to settle down with that person, only because, yes, they want to have a boyfriend, but at the same time, they don't want to give up their freedom. So if you're the type who wants to, like, put reins on them and then ride them around everywhere, nah, it's not going to happen that way, because they're not going to want somebody, they're not going to want to saddle on their back the entire time. They don't want someone breathing down their freaking neck, So if you're a very possessive sign, this isn't going to work with the Sagittarius. Not at all. But when they do really love that person, and for Sagittarians, for some reason, it's always usually like a love at first sight kind of thing. If it's like we're in a relationship and they learn to love that person, yeah, but I've often heard a lot of Sagittarians falling in love because it was like love at first sight, or it's that feeling right away. It's a very spontaneous feeling. It's a very unexpected feeling. You get that with a lot of Sagittarius women who are in committed relationships. Like, they know that's their rider. They know that that's their knight in shining armor. I don't know what it is. They just do. And it's very rare when it happens. So they know that that's the one, if that makes sense at all. So when you're in a committed relationship with somebody, with the Sagittarius, you're going to find that they're very playful. They have a very playful spirit. They want to keep everything, lighthearted. They don't, but when you argue with them, they're going to argue with you fucking till they're dead. You know what I mean? They just want to be right. I'll even admit that. Like, I don't like to be wrong at all. And when I'm wrong, it takes a lot for me to be like, okay, I'm wrong, you know what I mean? Like, and then try to look it up and make sure I don't say something stupid next time, just so I can be right. You know the feeling. So, but when we're in a devoted relationship, like I'm in a committed relationship with my fiance, and he's a Taurus, right? And we're 2 animals. Like, it took forever for me to just, kind of let that nagging freedom feeling, like don't control me, don't tell me what to do, don't do this, don't do that. Even if he wasn't doing those things, it's a natural thing for Sagittarians to feel like their freedom is being snatched away from them, when it's, even if it's not. So it's more of a fear thing. But when you get past that, you get to be with a partner who's always gonna keep everything in good spirits, right? Is a very passionate partner to have, and they have a lot of stamina, and they have a lot of energy to give to their partner. They're always uplifting them, giving them positive energy, and of course they expect all of those things back. This is a partner that, I mean, most mutable signs are like this. It's more of a mutable trait where they want to be equal to their partner, so they're gonna go out and, you know, they're gonna try to be, you know, this person that they envision, and then they're going to help their partner do the same. So I wouldn't say that they're very controlling in that arena, but they have to have their own independence in order for them to be happy. And when they lose sight of that, and let's say the relationship doesn't work, then you're going to find a Sagittarius who is just like a broken down horse that just cannot, you know, that just can't ride out into the distance anymore, right? Or giddy up. There's none of that anymore. But it doesn't take much for Sagittarius to get back up on their feet again, because they are naturally very positive. But I guess the worst thing, I don't want to be biased in any kind of way, so let's go over the bad things about a Sagittarius. When it comes to Sagittarius female, they can be really difficult to deal with because, again, of that freedom stuff going on in their head. They can be very nasty. When you get into an argument, they can hit it where it hurts. Like, they can use things you've told them against you. So, and that's if you get them really angry, right? I'm not saying that they do it all the time, but if you really take them there, like, and they don't like to express their feelings all the time, so they blow up. And when they blow up, they really go deep. They really kick you in your balls, right? They really hit you where it hurts, and then they're not sorry about it for a long time. It takes a lot of reasoning to get them to understand. Even though they're very open-minded, it can take them a lot because they just don't like to be wrong. I've had some people say, you know, Sagittarians are like hella fake or something like that. I've met a lot of Sagittarius girls, and I don't see that about them. One thing I will say is Sagittarians can suppress a lot of, like, emotions. So it kind of looks like they're always, it's like, I always compare them to like the Joker. They're just always smiling, and it seems like very vindictive, or they have ulterior motives, but it's really because they just mask a lot of the pain with smiles and trying to joke around and try to, you know, laugh the pain off. So I won't go on and on about our sign, but if you want to put your opinion in, or you want to leave comments or whatever it is, then you know where to drop them in the comments below. Please keep it positive. And just stay tuned to my channel. If you didn't catch the male versions, then head on over to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys later.